chosen deliberately. It is the perfect preservative. It muffles the noise. It deters the curious. It keeps the threshold objects in a state of suspended animation until the rightful heirs, you, are ready to reclaim them. You must understand that the myths of your world are merely the debris of truth that survived the cataclysms. The stories of giants, of hollow earth, of cities of light beneath the poles. These are not inventions of the imagination. They are racial memories. They are the fragmented records of a time when humanity was connected to the cosmos. And now, as the ice shifts and the planetary frequency rises, these memories are thawing. The physical ice is melting. Yes, but the energetic ice is melting faster. The suppression field is lifting. And what is being revealed is challenging the power structures of your world in ways they cannot contain. Now consider the absurdity of your recent history. I want you to recall the moment when the frontman of the United States, a figure known for his theatrical disruptions and his role as a catalyst for chaos, publicly floated the idea of buying Greenland. The world gasped. The media erupted in mockery. Cartoons were drawn. Jokes were made on late-night television. And the diplomatic class clutched their pearls at the sheer impropriety of treating a sovereign land and an indigenous people like a piece of real estate on a monopoly board. But I ask you to pause the laughter and look with the eyes of an initiate. In the world of intelligence and shadow operations, nothing is ever what it seems on the surface. The outrage was the mechanism. The mockery was the camouflage. By throwing such a preposterous idea into the public square, the shadow factions achieved a very specific tactical goal. They normalized the conversation about